What's up guys, Marcus back again to post another video, which is actually going to be another thread response like I said in my last one. And this time I was going to be doing a thread response to Duane's latest thread, which is his 300 subscriber thread. And I told him I was going to do it last week, but I ended up running out of time and I went out of town. I just got back, so I haven't had time to do it, but now I'm going to do it. So first off, I'd like to say congratulations, Duane, on the what I would have said 300 subscribers. So, can't even talk tonight. 300 subscribers. But as of now, you posted that video last week, I think 1 week ago, and whenever you made that video, you had just hit 300 subscribers, and I was just looking on your channel on the computer earlier, and I already noticed you were at like 342 or something like that. So that's like, you've got almost half of the subscribers that I have in the last almost year in the span of a week. So that's pretty crazy, and I don't know, I guess I'm a little jealous, but so he had 3 really cool questions. Oh, and I just wanted to say real fast, like Duane, me and you don't really communicate that much. I mean, we do sometimes, but through comments and stuff. But I just want you to know, I watch all your videos, man. I love them. And I watch every single one that you do. I may not comment on all of them, but I try my best to on most of them, so we should definitely start talking more, because you're a really cool dude and I love your videos. But, so yeah, Duane had 3 really cool questions, and I actually had to take a picture on my phone from the computer, because I just didn't feel like writing them down, so I'll go ahead and read these off. Alright, so the first one is, show one album that is your favorite that you've discovered through the VC. And you guys recommend a lot of videos, or see, I can't even talk. But you guys recommend a lot of albums, but most of them, the ones that you guys recommend, I either already have, or they're ones that are like in the $20 or so price range. So they're ones that like I would get, but not right away, like maybe over time. But there is one that I've picked up that my good friend Rob from the UK, actually, 26 Bond, he's got a really cool death metal collection and death and black metal. But he recommended this album a while back, and I've shown this before, but this is the Ravenous, and this is their album Blood Delirium, and this is a really sweet death metal album. And he was just going on and on about this, and so one day, it was actually like a couple of days after he was recommending it, I was just browsing through eBay, and I was just checking out some death metal records and CDs and stuff like that, and I happened to run across this, and like, I guess the label that sells this, Displeased Records, they had an eBay account, and they were actually selling one of these, and it was usually like $20-something, but they had it on sale for only $12, like with shipping. So I went ahead and jumped on that and bought it, and I'm really glad I did, because this stuff is awesome. And I'm sure none of you guys know who they are, but the vocalist of this band is Killjoy, and he's also the vocalist for Necrophagia, if any of you guys know them. So yeah, just really great stuff. So if you can find that pretty cheap, or you just want to check it out, pick it up, because it's really cool. Alright, next question is, what is the album that you have yet to own but desire most that has been shown by another VC member? And for that one, I wasn't going to do one in particular, because there's so many albums that I see that you guys have that I can't just pick one, because I'd have to pick 500. But so I decided to clump it all together into one, and I would say everybody's, in shorter words, everybody's Maiden records, Iron Maiden. Like, I've been seeing a ton of Iron Maiden records here in the VC lately, but I've yet to own any Maiden records. I have a couple of CDs, but I'm actually a pretty big fan of Iron Maiden. I can never find any of their stuff on vinyl for a good price. But people like Joe, LJ, I know Duane, you got some, Mr. Hall of Fame, the list goes on. 26 Bond, actually, he has a crazy Maiden collection. He has a ton of bootlegs that you probably never even heard of that are really rare. So yeah, just basically everybody's Maiden records, because everyone I find, they're either way overpriced, or I've actually found one. I found Number of the Beast for $10, and I was definitely gonna get it, but it was just like so, like the cover was torn and everything. It was just so beat up, it's not even worth getting. So I passed on it, but hopefully sometime soon I'll be able to find a Maiden album on vinyl. So yeah. Alright, and last question, question number 3. It is, show me one album that you would recommend to me and why, but that you have not shown in the VC before, which is basically recommending Duane an album. But that was pretty tough because I know you're a metalhead like me, and most of my metal albums on vinyl I've already shown, and most of my classic rock and hard rock and all that stuff I've already shown, and it was pretty tough. But I thought of this CD which I had never shown before, and this is Times of Grace, and this is their album The Hymn of a Broken Man. And I'd never really shown this because it's a CD, and I don't really like to show CDs on here even though I have, but this came out last January actually, at the beginning of January in 2011, and this is definitely one of my favorite albums of the whole year of 2011. And it's just crazy good. Every song on here, I still listen to this as much as I did the day I got it in the mail. But this is the special edition, and I got I actually got the booklet signed by both of them. And what this is, I guess I should explain, but this is a two-piece band, because I'm sure most of you guys aren't familiar with them. But if anybody knows the band Killswitch Engage, which is it's a metalcore band from I guess 99 up until now, 1999, but they've been like the metal band, one of the metal bands of the 2000 decade. But yeah, the original vocalist for Killswitch Engage, Jesse Leach, he was on their first 2 albums. He's the vocalist on here, and the current guitarist for Killswitch Engage, which has been for a long time, Adam D, he's also on here, so it's a 2-piece. And Jesse Leach does all the vocals, and Adam D plays every instrument from guitar, drums, bass, all that stuff. But just everything on here is so good, and that's why I'd recommend this to Duane, because it's not like strictly a metal album. Like over half of it is metal and stuff, but it's also got like really clean singing on here, and it's got one song called The Forgotten One. And it's actually got sort of a country vibe to it, and you guys know how much I hate country, but I mean, it's not really a country song, but it's just got that kind of vibe to it with like hard rock mixed in with it, so it's hard to explain, but if you heard it you'd think it's badass. And there's another song on here called Willing, but if you get the bonus edition like this, it comes with an extra song which is Willing, the acoustic version. And the acoustic version of that song is one of my favorite on the whole album. But my favorite one on the entire album is the song Live in Love. And I would check that out over every song on here, because it starts off so heavy and it's just crazy throughout the whole song. But then you get to the very end and Jesse starts singing, and every time I get to that part towards the end of that song, even to this day, I just get goosebumps, because I don't know. It's such a great song. But yeah, that's Times of Grace, Hymn of a Broken Man. I think you'd really like this, Duane. You should definitely check this out. I know you got a ton of videos right now recommending you albums, but since this is on CD only, it wasn't pressed on vinyl, you could probably pick it up for $8 or $10, somewhere around there, so it's really cheap. And it's on the Roadrunner label, so if you can't find it anywhere else, you can pick it up on their website if you want. But I think they have every song on here on YouTube, so you could actually just check some out on here. But yeah, so much worth checking out. It's such a great album. So if you check that out, let me know what you think, and I don't know, I'm pretty sure you'll love it. But so that's it for now. I think I covered all the questions, so I hope you guys like my answers. Duane, thanks for the questions, and once again, congrats on the almost 350 subscribers. So yeah, congrats on that. So thanks for watching, everybody, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace.